World's Best Magazine presents the award-winning author of The Love Tank, Andrea Mendoza-Vasconez, on an exclusive interview only on Prime Perspectives.
The love tank was inspired by a conversation that I had with my daughter. At the time she was 3, almost 4 years old. And it's really hard sometimes to explain difficult topics to young children. For example, why other people may behave hurtfully, etc. And a lot of times I resort to imagery to be able to explain difficult things. In the case of the love tank, I was sad, and I was trying to explain to my daughter why I was sad. I had just heard about the tragic news of a school shooting, and that's something that's really difficult to explain to a young child. So I just started talking about how we have love tanks inside that fill by giving and receiving love, and that when people have full love tanks, we're more able to give love, but when our love tanks are empty, it's harder to give love, and people may even behave hurtfully. So I was explaining to her that in this case I was really sad because someone with a really empty love tank hurt a lot of people. And then I think maybe a week later or so, I woke up and the story was in my head, so I quickly wrote it down while I was still in bed, and that was the first draft of the love tank. So the love tank is very personal to me. It was a way, again, for me to explain to my daughter a difficult topic of why other people may behave hurtfully. So I used the voice of a mother that's relaying an important message to her children in the book. And I think that resulted in a very tender feeling and a very intimate feeling. And I use the imagery of the love tank too, to be able to, so that children are able to visualize important concepts like empathy and kindness and love. Self-awareness is so important, and it's such a hard concept to grasp, even for adults. So with the Love Tank and with other books in the Wholesome Children Self-Awareness series, I aim to equip children and maybe even the parents who are reading or the adults who are reading these books with the children to with tools to be able to dive deep within themselves and really come to understand their feelings, their values, their motives, their aspirations. And I think it's so important for us to instill this understanding in our children from a young age, so that when they grow up, they're better able to understand themselves and to contribute to the world. And dreaming big, dreaming big. What I would hope is that the Love Tank, and again all the other books that I'm working on as part of the series, will foster a generation that's empathetic, grateful, authentic, and full of love and for themselves and for others, and able to contribute to our world. So I am so grateful that I was able to work with Rita on the Love Tank, and again other books in the series, in the Wholesome Children Self-Awareness series. And Rita is an amazing artist, but not only that, she's also an amazing human being, an amazing mother. She's a mother of 2, and I think she has a great big heart, and she was thus able to understand the intimate, tender feeling that these stories have. She captured it perfectly, and she was able to produce that in the illustrations. And so as far as our collaborations, we basically discuss things ahead of time, and I sometimes even briefly sketch things that I have in mind, and then she takes those ideas and runs with it and adds her amazing artistic touch. Again, she's an amazing artist, and I am so grateful to have been able to collaborate with her. I think some of the important decisions that we made too as part of our collaboration were the color palette, for example, the very soft pastel colors that reflect, again, that intimate and tender feeling of the books. And then also the inclusion of the mother in the books, the figure of the mother, who's the one relaying messages to her children. The Love Tank has received so many heartwarming reviews by parents, educators, and I think some of my favorite reviews mention how very young children, after reading the book, start brainstorming ideas on how to help other people fill their love tanks, or just simply turn around and tell their parents, my love tank is full, and hug their parents. Some other reviews also mention that the Love Tank has helped to discuss important topics such as bullying at school, etc. So I just have to say I'm honored, humbled to hear from parents and educators that the Love Tank is already making a difference. I was over the moon to hear that the Love Tank won the prestigious BREW Award and several other awards that it won during the first few months after its publication. I am again humbled and honored that the Love Tank is being recognized as a book that could potentially make a difference. And I am so eager to continue spreading the messages of love, kindness, empathy throughout the world. I think the awards will help the Love Tank to keep gaining recognition and will make it easier for these messages to reach far and wide. My name is Andrea Mendoza-Vasconez, and I am the author of The Love Tank.